Hey, David here with Freedom Electric Marine. Let's talk about tall grass, fishing in tall grass. Now, something you're going to find is going to be kind of a recurring theme in these videos is that when I say fishing in tall grass, sometimes it almost means fishing from tall grass, and I'm going to show you right now what I mean. Now, you can see behind me, I'm on a big lake. I'm in Lake Tibet in Central Florida. It's a big lake. I don't know how many acres it is, but it's a big lake. It's got to be at least 1,000 acres, maybe two, and it's part of the Butler chain. But in front of me here, which I'm going to show you in just a second, is a bunch of tall grass. And what makes the twin troller so unique is, you know, we could go through this, or I could go through this and fish the edges, which I do, you know, because you could be next to deep water. Right now we're in 10 feet of water. But there's also areas in here where there could be some fish holding as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and let you take a look at what we've got here. So as you can see, there's tall grass here, and in a traditional fishing boat, you know, whether you've got a trolling motor or whether you've got, you know, that 200 horsepower on the back, you're not going to go through this typically because you know you're going to get caught up and it's going to be pretty tough to get out. But I also know that they would look and say, look at those reeds back there, and how deep is this? Because right here it's 10 feet deep. I wonder how deep it is back in those reeds, because if those reeds are 5 feet, 6 feet deep, you know there's fish holding there, and you know what? You're not going to get to them. So in a twin troller, it's a unique situation because now we can go through these reeds. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to start going through these reeds. And one thing I want to point out when you're going through tall grass, I should say tall grass, not reeds. When you're going through tall grass, the thing you need to look for is whether it's rooted. Make sure you've got water and that it's rooted. In the case of this tall grass, it's pretty thick, but it's clearly rooted. It's not loose on the top. So the twin troller is going to have no problem going through this because the motors are protected, and I really don't know how else to say it. It's going through it like it's butter. It's no big deal at all. And I'm partway through these. We're still at 8 feet of water, and you know we've probably come in about 30 feet or so. And oh, look, there's a little bit of lily pads here. We're going to be talking about lily pads later. And I think I just saw a fish move. And I find that happen too. When I go through water like this, I'll scare fish. There's no question about it. And so now we're getting to some lily pads. And this little section of water here is 7 feet deep. And I would say we are a solid 70 feet in, give or take. And we still got more to go. Okay, so here I am in the middle of this, I should say I came through this tall grass. I'm in an area that's, you know, got lily pads, but this is an example where I'm fishing from the tall grass, or in this case lily pads, instead of fishing in. And I've still got room to go, as a matter of fact, and I'll talk about this later in the read video. But I just want to, you know, what I want to try and point out here is that the twin troller gets you into areas that you wouldn't be able to get into before. And I think it's also worth pointing out that in a lake this large, a lot of people come here. There's houses all around it, so some could argue it's, you know, it's a pressured lake. How pressured, I don't know. But when you get your twin troller into situations like this, you may still be in a pressured lake, but you're in a unpressured or a low pressure environment because boats don't go in here. It's just the way it is. So when you get your twin troller, you're going to find yourself fishing in ways that you've never fished before. Take care.